Hello, my name is Eddie, and today I'm going to introduce you into me. I'm the one who did Eddie's farm, Eddie's zoo, Eddie's village. Yeah, the ones that you saw, and Eddie's city. These are the ones that I made. And today I'll not do any of these things. Today it will be a different thing. Today we're gonna talk about a story. This story is called Dolphin Island. And it's just in a book. I read it yesterday and today. Today I finished it. And now I'll show you the first part and the middle part and the last part. The first part says, first there was 3 kids, 1 adult, 1 boy, 1 girl, and 1 boy. These are the 3 kids. And the boy is the tallest, and the girl is the middle, and the other boy is the smallest, and he is the youngest. And this means they have 2 parents, and their names are James, Kate, and the kids' names. The first big one is names Me and Alive, and the second one is Liu, that's the girl, and the third one is May. I know that sounds like a girl name, but that's not his name. And now I'll show you how did they begin. They first began in a lost island, the Dolphin. They lived there and they built lots of huts, shelters, and fire, and lots of things that cavemen did. And there was old times in this Dolphin Island. There's other families too. The family that came, the first family on Dolphin Island, was the fishing family. And the fishing family is the one who survived and got out of the island after lots of years. And they learned from the fish family to do the shelter, fire, everything what they need. And the second thing that they need also is water and food, and that's it. And they have a pet. He eats jackfruits, trees, and coconuts. And they also eat coconuts, same thing, because there's nothing in the island, just roots. They eat it, and some kinds of roots, and some wood so they can make fire. And 2 kids go in the woods, in the jungle, and they have to find wood or twigs or any wood so they can find. And they put it on the fire, and their dad makes fire, which is James. And the middle part is that it's sad and then scary. First it was scary and then sad. First one, it was scary that there was a storm, and May, the boy, sounds like a girl name, but he was in the jungle, and Alive and Flew were searching for May, and they searched and searched until they got on the mountains and they got on the cliffs. And that's how May got lost, and also Alive and Flew were alive too, were lost. And this scary part was that the storm, and they found each other at last in the jungle. And the scary part is that May just found some kind of monster that she was dreaming in her dream. And it wasn't a monster or even a dragon. Still, Alive and Flew were on the cliff mountains still, and May was in the jungle. They were trying to get down and deep so they can go to her and help her. And the monster is a Komodo dragon. And the Komodo dragon is giant, the most gigantic lizards in the world. He's the biggest lizard in the world. And that lizard had big eggs that they found it on top of them, twigs and leaves. The mother was a Komodo dragon, and these eggs are the Komodo dragon lizards. And the scary part that Komodo dragon tries to attack May, and then Alive and Flew finds May in the jungle, and they found the Komodo, and they found the monster, but the monster was a Komodo dragon. And they ran from him, that he smashed all of the trees, so giant. And the monkeys were swinging and making him go on the mud. He stepped on 4 muds because of the rain, and then the rain stopped, and then the storm came, and the rain came again. And then it makes mud, and the mud, and the Komodo dragon stepped on the mud, and then he got stuck in the mud because of the monkeys making him going around and trying to attack. And May was behind a rock, and she was gonna move. She moved 2 meters long, and the Komodo dragon saw her, but then she continued attacking. And then the happy part and the other scary part and the sad part was in the middle was that their parents were lost, and they were alone without their parents. And their parents are in the other island, and the island is Reek Island. And they didn't find them on Crab, the Turtle Beach, the Pirate Cave Beach, and they didn't find them in any island. And they have dolphins. These dolphins helped them, and the names of the dolphins was Stormy, 3 dolphins. Stormy, Jazz, and Pearl. That's the three dolphins. The youngest dolphin was the youngest kid had Pearl. Pearl was his friend of me. He had this youngest. And the middle one is Jazz. And Jazz is a live swan. And Flew is Stormy. Stormy's dog. And they looked for them in lots of islands. The Crab Island, the Crab Beach, the Turtle Beach. They didn't find them until they found them in the Reek Island. And that island had also a mountain. A hill. And Flew went up the hill and then said Dad and Mom, like screaming. And then her dad answered her. He said, "We're here." And he said that Kate was injured right in the forehead. Here, a palm tree just got on her, and she scratched her forehead. And the end part was also the happiest part. The first happiest part was they were living together, having fun together. And the last part was also the best of their lives. They got their mom and dad back to the shelter. They got fire and their dolphins back. And they had so much fun on Dolphin Island. And sometimes scared. And sometimes lost. And I'm gonna say the last happiest part. And that part is gonna be that they were rescued from a boat. And then boat names is Starlight. That was the name of the boat. There was a man named Sam, and he had 3 men. And they were on the boat, and they got on a storm. That's why they took very long for them to go last part. They got there, they got them, and also they have a pet, and it's a lizard, gecko. His name is George. And George was the only one in the island now, because they left him on the boat. They said goodbye to the dolphins, and Flew said goodbye to her pet, which is Gecko. His name is George, and he's a gecko. And they said goodbye to Dolphin Island. And that's how it ended. See you later in the next video.